Hey, this video is all about when someone would consider naming a corporate trustee instead of an individual trustee. So I'm Paul Ramley, estate planning attorney, and people set up trusts for different reasons. Some people want to put all their assets in a trust while they're alive, so when they die, their assets aren't frozen. Trust continues on and distributions can be made to the beneficiaries. Some people want to set up a trust so that when they pass away, they don't want the children, grandchildren inheriting in a lump sum. They want that trust to continue, maybe for a period of years, so the assets get doled out over a number of years to the beneficiaries or the children or the grandchildren. Some people have a second spouse, but children from a first spouse, and so when they die, they want assets available for the second spouse. But when that second spouse later dies, assets revert back to the children of the first spouse. So trusts are necessary to accomplish all of those purposes. Now, in many cases, people name an individual, a family member, to be the trustee when they're no longer here. And we see that a lot. However, in some cases, we see people wanting to name a corporate trustee, and because sometimes a family member just isn't the best choice. And that might be because if you designate a child and you have 4 children, you may be appearing to show favoritism to one of the children. The other children might get offended. If you're leaving a trust for your second spouse and your children, there may be conflict there. Naming one or more of them as the trustee or trustees can escalate that conflict. So what people like about naming a corporate trustee is that corporate trustee can often better understand the trust provisions, the trust law. That corporate trustee can be unbiased in interpreting the trust for the benefit of the beneficiaries. And of course, a corporate trustee isn't going to appear biased towards any of the parties. And then a corporate trustee is more capable of preparing and providing all of the trust accountings, the trust tax return preparation if that's necessary. And individual trustees who may never have been a trustee before, they're going to have no idea how to handle that kind of stuff. So you do need to keep in mind, though, that there are certain asset requirements necessary for a corporate trustee to serve as a corporate trustee, and all of the corporate trustees out there may have different policies on what it takes to accept the position as trustee. So, for example, dad who's going to leave $100,000 to his children and grandchildren to divide, but it's going to be doled out to them maybe a couple of $1,000s a month until it runs out. That might not be a large enough estate or a large enough trust to warrant having a corporate trustee. But maybe if the trust assets are $1 million or more, maybe it would warrant having a corporate trustee. So you have to look at the amount of the assets that are going to be subject to trust to see if a corporate trustee is warranted, or perhaps name an individual trustee who may serve without compensation. So those are the few of the scenarios that go into when you establish a trust. You'll name a trustee or a successor trustee, and there's some decision making that can be very important when it comes to naming individual trustees or co-trustees, or corporate trustees or corporate co-trustees. Now, lots of different types of corporate trustees. There are trust companies. Many of the large banks have trust departments or trust companies. So when you work with a knowledgeable estate planning attorney, they should be able to guide you through the decision to name a trustee, whether that should be individuals or a corporate trustee, and maneuver through that the right way. So hope that helps. So go take care of business. Y'all have a great day.